Hello, good evening, and welcome everybody. My name is Michael Walsh. You're watching Lagniappe Gaming, and this is Shadows over Salem, a Vampire the Masquerade V5 chronicle based out of Lynn, Massachusetts, just north of a Boston Camarilla regime. Allow me the privilege to allow the players to introduce themselves.
Hey everybody, I am Lou Martinez and I play Rolando Galvez, and his pronouns are he, him, and he is our resident Hecata.
Hello, I'm Sarah. My pronouns are any of them. Alex, though, pronouns are she, her, and she is a Gangrel.
Hi, I'm James the Lorebot. I am playing Sasha tonight. His pronouns are he, him. My pronouns are any of them. It's a jet setty.
And in famous words of one of the individuals I look up to in this hobby, I play everybody else. So, let's get started. When last we left off, our coterie split, which, as all of us know, it's always good to split the party, right?
Oh yeah,
So,
absolutely, 100%.
I am going to actually roll a die, and I'm going to ask Rolando and Alex to pick odds or evens.
Well, we are at your place, so I'm going to let Rolando take first dibs on the number picking.
Quick thing, if you wanted to pause for the ad read or do the ad read, because you talked about it.
I did. I'm a piece of shit. I apologize, everybody. It's a new thing.
You're
We don't even
fine.
have to edit this shit out. We have a sponsor here now at Lagniappe Gaming. I am very happy to announce Odd Duck Dice. You can see their icon next to the Dark Pack symbol. They can be reached on Twitter, on Instagram, and as of July 1st, they already have opened up an Etsy store. So please check out Odd Duck Dice.
Boys.
Yeah, everything handmade straight out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 100% artisan. So please get you some Odd Duck Dice. Now, back to our regularly scheduled game. So, odds or evens?
Well, Rolando would, he's ever the odd duck, so he's gonna go with odd.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 1. So, we're going to go with Rolando.
Ooh.
Where you left off, you and Sarah had a conversation about what you plan on doing with a laptop.
Alex, sorry.
Alex. Hey, people.
Don't be telling people my stripper names.
We haven't played
It was
this
just
game
like,
in 6 weeks in real time, so we're catching up. Anyway,
I was just like, that's the wrong Gangrel for that.
it is. Stripper names. Yes. So, you had a discussion about going over a laptop, and you suddenly get a knock at the front door of your fine business establishment.
Yes. Oh. And nobody's there. It's just the two of us at this point. So
Everybody has
Rolando
left.
is- Yeah. Well, excuse me. You might, Alex. You might want to hide that. I don't know who that is. So, and I wasn't expecting anybody. So,
want me to go back into the closet?
no. There's no need for that. You just, just hide the laptop. I just don't want anybody to know that.
Okay.
We have that in our possession, just in case.
Before you open
I
that
will-
door, Rolando, can you roll me a intelligence and awareness?
Okay, yeah, that's a good one for me. And of course, I've got that 2 hunger, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Ye old hunger.
Well, fuck me. I got
No!
1 success.
I like to hear that. So, you really don't know who's at the door because, as far as you've been informed for the evening, you don't have any appointments.
This is true. I was not expecting anybody. So, who is at my front door?
You open the door, and there is a gentleman with a horseshoe buzz cut style haircut, balding on top, with sunglasses on, a black polo t-shirt, gray slacks, carrying a briefcase, with a goatee.
Can I help you?
I hope so. I have an appointment.
Oh,
You are Mr. Galvez, are you not?
indeed I am, but I didn't have any appointments for this evening, so
You might want to check
there
your
must have
appointment
been
book.
some mistake.
You should check in there for Mr. Peabody.
And he's like, oh, well, allow me a moment, and I will check the book. And he just
He waits on the porch.
remain here. I will return.
Absolutely.
And he as he's walking to the counter, like there is a book. There's a
Yes.
physical book. But,
Yes.
But he's but it's also on his phone. Like there's an app on the phone where you can just look to see what your
So-
appointments are.
If you check on your phone, you don't have an appointment. Inside the actual physical book at the main desk, there is an appointment scribbled in for Q&A Antiquities. Peabody, midnight.
Whose handwriting is that in?
That would be in... I get to roll another die. That would be in Phillips.
I always
But
told
it's
him.
penciled in.
Yeah.
It isn't typed in.
Yeah. And I mean, I could assume he wrote it in hurriedly.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is
like-
rushed.
yeah. Okay. So I had enough, and he sends a quick message to Alex and says, "So apparently I do have an appointment.
Huh.
Hang tight." And now we were Alex and Rolando were in the not in the main the main room. We had gone into like his little
Yes.
closet
little-
turned
yeah.
office room. So she is hidden. But normally he brings people into that other room, the front room.
Hmm.
So he goes back to the door and he says, Mr. Peabody, my apologies. I did not know that we had the appointment this evening. So, yeah, come in.
I would hope so. You've been hunting me down for the past couple of months, and this is the fourth time we've had to reschedule. So, he extends a hand. Shakes your hand firmly. And step inside.
You may.
And he heads in. Where are the items?
Which items are we speaking of in particular?
And he
Wait,
seems very rigid in his movements. He puts down a briefcase straight down. He reaches into his pocket where he has it's not a super older model, but it's like a BlackBerry-esque type of phone, and he brings up his email. He types in a couple of things, and he's like, so you had 3 books you wanted appraised. You also had a set of crystals and a cold iron lock and key. I have that sought out by a Mr. Wade for sale.
Okay. I you will have to pardon me again, but Mr. Wade isn't here. I am assuming that he has cataloged the items and that they are probably in the next room. So, if you don't mind, will you have a seat here?
Absolutely. And he puts it away, and he almost robotically reaches down, picks up the briefcase, heads over to the closest informal seating area, takes a seat, puts it on his lap as straight as humanly possible, and waits.
Rolando quickly shuffles into the next room, and underneath one of the display cases, there's 3 drawers, and he's assuming that he's going to be able to find these items because, well, we were hoping to get them appraised and sell them at the appropriate cost, or sell them to this person if they were interested.
The books aren't even hidden. The crystals are actually in a showcase, and the lock and key is the only thing that's actually put away. When you go to pull it out, it's in like a old linen type of dressing, folded over, Ark of the Covenant style. When you open it up, you see completely covered in dust, untouched for the most part. The actual lock is about the size of your hand. The key is very ornate, about the length of a pencil, but about triple its width, all cold iron.
But the books haven't arrived yet.
Oh no, the books are there.
Oh, they are, but just not in the drawer. They're just
right on top, as in you feel Wade probably expected him to show up, so he had certain things set up.
Prepped. Yeah, he had them staged. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So he, the main table that he uses for the meetings and, the seances and such, and the readings, he is going to cover the lock again, and put it on the table. He's gonna put the 3 books out on the table as well, and he spends a little time just reading the titles really quickly and then just arranging them alphabetically, like from left to right. And then
you handled the lock, did you take it out of the draping or no?
No, basically keeping it in the draping it, redraping it, and putting it on the table covered.
Okay.
So it's going to be a reveal.
Okay.
And the crystals, are they on anything? Are they on chains, or are they just literal crystals? Like,
it's kind of like ones that you would find maybe on a desk or up in a display case. Like, they have flattened out bottoms of them, so they can definitely be set up as showpieces. Again, about the same size or a little bit larger than your hand, in all different types of formations. Okay.
So those he would leave in the displays case because they're going to be better displayed there, and there's lighting in the cabinet and everything just to make them look a little bit prettier. So everything is ready. Okay, and then he turns and he leaves the room, and he, Mr. Peabody, if you would come this way.
Absolutely. Stands up, turns on point, almost military-esque with his steps, and he heads towards you.
And he stands aside from the door, and he just lets him walk in.
And he heads in. Alex, what are you doing right now?
So, 2 things.
You hear everything. You heard.
Yeah, I was gonna say
entire
with
conversation.
With the Auspex, I was gonna be like heightened senses immediately. 'Cause
You
it's just like
don't even need it.
okay. So
You can hear it
that's
right through the door.
cool. Yeah, I mean, heightened senses are going to be on anyways, just
Oh, yeah.
because it's like things have been a little
Weird.
squirrely as of late,
Squirrely.
and I've been allowed to be a guest in this place, and I'm going to do my best to be helpful.
That's fine.
So after that, it's going to be a matter of tucking away the laptop somewhere inside of Rolando's office where it's like out of sight, kind of somewhere safe for the moment. I don't know if there's a filing cabinet or like a little supply closet or something in there.
There probably is. I would
Yeah.
assume so.
Yeah, there's definitely a little 2-drawer metal filing cabinet on the side.
Oh
with,
yeah,
you know,
just
some
opens,
documents.
just immediately opens that up, like stuffs the laptop in the back of that, closes it.
Alex, you can make me a wits and awareness and make sure to add your jack of all trades.
Yes,
Bonus.
yes. Ah. Yes, yes.
And remember, you're currently at 3 hunger.
Yup. Yes.
I love to remind people of that.
Yes, I am a spicy gangrel tonight. So that is 3 successes currently.
3 successes. Something's
Yeah.
pinging in the back of your head. Who would make an appointment at midnight for something so business casual?
Right.
Who
Just kind of like
does
a-
that?
Who does that? Indeed.
And especially with 3 hunger, you do have that voice that's in the back of your head also. Oh, did somebody order takeout?
Now's not the time. Now's not the time.
But it would be so easy. It's in an enclosed space. Your associate knows who you are. Easy to hide a body. Come on, it's not like the first time you've done this.
Shut the fuck up. Alex is gonna. Is there a window in this office?
There is a very small window, like it's maybe maybe a foot and a half by a foot. It's
Is
just
it
like one of those
openable?
little. What's that?
Is it openable?
It is openable, yeah.
Okay,
But-
yeah.
Yeah, but can a human crawl through it? Yeah, if you were petite, maybe.
Oh, yeah. No. They're not. Yeah, she's not trying to bust out the window. She's just gonna crack the window open and just light a cigarette. It's just pulling the smoke out the window. It's just kind of like
Still trying to
Okay.
be respectful.
trying to be respectful, but also is like, I don't want to interrupt their business. And I'm also just kind of listening out. With heightened senses, am I able to hear if there's anybody else outside the building?
You hear light foot traffic because, especially with heightened senses, you're only like barely 2 blocks off the
Yeah.
boardwalk. So there's always going to be a car or, at the very least, foot traffic.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay in the office long enough to finish the cigarette and make sure that the meeting doesn't seem like it's gonna go sideways before I step outside and do like a little patrol.
You don't hear anything out of the ordinary, though.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's the plan. Just sit in the office for a second, make sure that this robot man doesn't do anything squirrely.
Okay.
And then if that seems to be going okay, I'm just gonna step out the back and just kind of patrol outside of the shop real quick and then come back inside.
Okay. Rolando, back at that space, when he steps in, he goes to the table, he opens up briefcase. He has a couple pieces of equipment he pulls out. One seems like a combination magnifying glass that has some type of electronic on its handle. The second is kind of like a tablet, but it has a couple of different wires that come out of it that connect to all different types of visual sensors. And a third item he pulls out is a thermometer gun.
Okay.
So is everything laid out over there except for the crystals?
Yeah, the books are just arranged, each kind of fanned out, and but front and center is the lock, still covered.
Okay, so he goes to the books first, but he does look at the wrap. He opens up the books, and with the tablet device, he starts taking the wired items, and apparently he's going over different types of handwriting. You can assume he's trying to verify or authenticate. And at times he pulls that away and he picks up the magnifying device and he's checking book cover, edges, creases, if they have ribbons sticking out of them. He's going over those with a fine-tooth comb. Very methodic, very routinely seeming out of him. Like he does this on a regular basis.
It's a very curious device you're using. That's very fancy.
Yes, it's specifically for these distant jobs that I am able to verify handwriting, time period, type of ink, or graphite on specific types of parchment. So I would be able to give you a correct estimate.
Oh, well, I appreciate the use of the most modern of technologies for this appraisal.
Well, I do have a reputation to keep, Mr. Galvez.
Then I made a good choice.
He continues working. Alex,
I will leave you to it.
you head outside for your foot patrol, and as you head outside, you would head out through the window or through the front entrance?
Is there a back door?
Mm-mm. No,
You only have the one door?
I mean, you can come out into the main room.
It's an old,
That is a fire
elongated,
hazard.
colonial-style home. So,
Yeah.
for the state of Maine, up until a certain time period, you did not have to update for fire code if you did not update anything on the interior. It is actually considered a historical site. So, he is not required to provide a fire exit.
I mean, there's a back door out the kitchen, but leading to the backyard. But
Authentic as possible.
Would I? Yeah, Alex is not keen on being viewed by the stranger unless they absolutely have to be. So she's kind of. If I were to leave the office and cut through the kitchen and go that way, would I have to pass them or?
You can always make a stealth check.
I will make a stealth check.
Yeah.
I quietly am just like, I don't want to interrupt their meeting.
Let's do, well, it depends how you're going to do it. Describe it to me and I'll tell you what to roll.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. If it's feasible, Alex is just going to try and quietly walk across the building to the kitchen if there's a back door that way. You said, yeah? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
that would be the more stealthy way of leaving.
Yeah. If that option is cool, then yes, because it's like, okay, look, I'm trying to not interrupt their meeting.
Dex and stealth.
Yeah, sweet. Ooh. I got real excited for a second, but no. It is 4 successes.
4 successes. Peabody is really ingrained in his work. I don't even think that Rolando heard you. If you wanted to attempt to keep an attentive ear out, you are able to make a contested roll, Rolando, but hats up to you if you felt that you would be more focused on Peabody or just keeping a general awareness.
I would be keeping a general awareness. I'm not
Then-
I'm not really overseeing what he's doing so much. I am actually curious as to, is she going to stay in there? Is she, I
Feel
you can
free.
stay in there.
to roll me a wits and awareness, then difficulty 4.
Okay, another. Okay, yeah. This time, 2 successes and a third on the blood dry, so 3 altogether, but 3 no successes.
You do not hear her leave.
Nope.
So
No.
you are able to make it outside, Alex, and on the main street of the shop, there's a street light at either end, and just coincidentally, the shop is on a corner. So as you step out to your left, that is a main street lamp, and then you can see straight up the block up the left-hand side. You can actually see out to the ocean. And you can see at the very end, going on to the boardwalk area, there's some foot traffic. And then in between side streets, every once in a while, there's somebody going by on a bicycle. There's a couple walking by holding hands. There's a couple of cars parked on the street. Make me a wits and awareness unless you are attempting to do something else.
Yeah, no. Wits and awareness is kind of what I'm wanting to do.
With heightened senses, of course.
First chunk, yeah. Oh,
So
yes.
make sure to add your Auspex rating to the roll, please.
Will do, I think. I just need to double check what my specs is. Okay. This pool is very silly for me. It's great.
Silly.
Yeah. Oh, geez. All right. Haha. Uno, dos, tres. So I got 7 successes.
Perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for the piece of information I really wanted to give to you.
Oh, good.
When you came in, you pretty much took a mental picture of what was on the main street, what was on the coinciding side street incoming. Nothing has changed, which means this person walked here.
Okay, that's weird.
Where's his vehicle? At midnight.
That was my second. Yeah, my first was like, all right, just make sure there's nobody like posted somewhere watching the shop. And I'm like, okay.
With 7 successes also, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. You don't see that cartoon Acme construction truck just sitting there randomly, you know.
Yeah, there's
you
not
don't-
somebody like sitting in a sedan with a big box of burgers and fries and a binoculars.
Nope.
Okay. Phew. Okay, so this. I don't like that. Yeah. So with that information,
You gonna head back inside or take a stroll?
well,
or do something else.
Alex is first thing is just gonna shoot Sasha a quick text of where the fuck are you? Period.
Perfect transition.
Yeah, and then the second thing is just gonna do one lap around the building just to make sure everything is correct, and then she's gonna walk up to the front door and knock. Because she's like, okay, whoever's here for this meeting is super sketchy, and I want him to know I'm here in case he decides to do anything squirrely.
As you text and head around to the front of the building, the scene is going to kind of zoom out, shoot across town to a rooftop at North Shore Community College, where we have an ensuing conversation between a private masquerade breacher and a newly
Never
suspecting
signed up for this masquerade.
kind. So at this point, Gabrielle is halfway through a pack of cigarettes. Just trying to process all of this. Sitting on the edge of the building, you currently still see police at the HR administration building. It is still taped off, but 2 of the vehicles have abruptly up and taken off. There's still about 3 of them over there, several officers taking pictures, taking interviews from current staff in attendance outside, a couple of students, a couple of community individuals. Excuse me. And she is in mid-conversation basically saying, so how do you go to the bathroom?
We're we are a self-perpetuating engine. We don't.
What do you mean? You don't. You still drink. So, how do you piss?
I drink blood.
Yeah. It doesn't go in your kidneys?
I am not exactly the most scientifically inclined, but from what I am, at least to the best of my knowledge, blood goes in, fuels, there is no waste. It is a purely 100% efficient machine.
That is so fucking weird. Finishes off that cigarette, and she goes to get up to look over the scene again as you feel a vibration in your pocket.
Yeah, pick up and look at the phone.
You received a text from Alex.
Reads the text and just immediately just types out, "Do you need me?" and then sends.
You received
Very emphasis
text,
on
Alex.
the need.
Sasha will see, like, you know, those little 3 bouncing dots of a text being written, like start and then stop and then start again and then stop, and then the text message back going, I have shit to do tonight.
Is it
Are
me?
you showing up or not?
Serious tone. He's just like, "No, do you actually need me? There's shit here too. I can come if you need me." He did not spell it come. He did not emphasize. He gave a serious text message of just like he dropped the affectation. He's not making any jokes. He's just like, "No, I'm asking a genuine question right now."
You're just gonna get back an emoji of the little yellow face with the 2 dot eyes and the flat mouth, just, and that's the only response.
And then he'll just text back, just like, "I wasn't even hitting on you."
Yeah, nothing.
Okay.
What do you
Sasha
do,
needs
Sasha?
to investigate. Yeah, I was about to say, Sasha needs to investigate real quick. Probably talk to Harvey and then go.
Okay.
And then also be like, we are not going to be talking about this through electronic means, but we can talk face to face. There are many things that I will have to tell you about, and other things to offer, potentially later.
I'm sure I have more questions. I'll come back probably with a whole notebook scribbled into, but just do me a favor and keep yourself alive. Like, as much as you can, obviously. It seems like you're tied into a lot of shit right now.
Oh, you have no idea. I am. There is a reason why I am very flirty. I expect I will die at any moment.
She gets up and heads over to you, and you think she's coming in for a hug, but she actually punches you right in the shoulder as hard as she can and says, "And don't fuck with Harvey."
I am literally
Fucking
going to
promise
look
me.
and see. I'm not. I am
Don't
just going
fuck
to
with
talk to
Harvey, I
him.
swear to God.
You understand that that man is the only one that I let catch me because he's a good man.
I know, but this is serious shit downstairs. Don't fuck with Harvey.
Do you want me not to talk to him about this?
I want you to not make a scene like you always do. You told me about the whole car thing. Fucking keep it together.
I'm just
She turns
going to
and
do something.
fucking storms out.
Once she's gone, then I'm gonna try to get to a closer building to investigate and look to just be like, who the fuck did that? Who the fuck? That's not my work. Fuck you.
Let's
This has to be.
do some.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a d6 to see how high up you are.
Yeah.
10. You are currently 4 stories up.
Okay.
On top of the roof. So,
Yeah.
I'm assuming that you're going to attempt some stealthy parkour.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to have you make me 2 rolls.
Okay.
You're going to do a dex and stealth to make sure that your descent from the top of the building is as quiet as possible, and then to land without snapping something in half, we're going to do a dex and athletics. Obviously add your bonus
Specialty. Yep.
for parkour with my house
And
rule. 3 bonus dice instead of 1.
Okay, actually, just to make this easier, that'll be... Okay, actually, I'm ready for that. Okay, let's do this shelf one. Oh, you bitch, you almost. I got 3 successes. One of those hunger dice was a critical, but there are no other criticals.
That was for the
stealth.
dex and stealth, yes. I'm
3
gonna
for
make
stealth.
some rolls. I'm gonna make some.
Oh, am I gonna have to cheese it from the cops?
Please make your second roll.
Six.
you-
6 for the parkour.
Please describe to me how you hardcore parkour down the side of a campus building.
Well, if it's just down and I can't get to another building, it's
It is just
probably
down.
going. Okay, man. Honestly, the way that is most stealthy and is most non-masquerade breaching is just lower. Just get to the side, finger grip lower, lower on down, and then just down window, down window, down window. Just releasing the fingers, grabbing to the next one, releasing the fingers, grabbing the next one. Just just a.
With 6 successes,
And then-
you can easily do that.
Yeah.
You do get
And
to the
then
bottom,
just-
however.
Yep.
And you do have one pedestrian that notices you are randomly in an alley.
Mhm.
And just attempts to try to squint and see what's going on over there, because it doesn't have much light.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
And then, turn the back away from that pedestrian and go the other way in the alley.
Are you casually walking? Are you running? Are you?
Oh yeah. No. Just casually. It's a pedestrian. Just turn around, walk the other way. Don't make it easy to see, because
Stand there for a couple minutes. And the next time you look back, they're gone.
I'll still keep going the direction I'm going.
So I take it you're going to attempt to circle around.
Yeah, circle around to see if I can at least get a look.
You circle around, and at this angle now, you can see there's still about 6 officers. A couple of them are doing interviews, and just coincidentally, you have one Officer Fife sitting in a vehicle, filling out something on the type of clipboard that you can open up and get stuff out of its interior.
I know exactly what one you're talking about.
You are approaching from side angle, so Fife does not notice you.
I want to make an investigation roll before I do that on the art to see if I can like see anything weird
Absolutely.
about it. Where I could definitely just be like, that's not like fucking art. There's no way.
Absolutely.
Like my first thought is just like, how would I have pulled this off?
So
How? I am but one scrawny Frenchman.
I am going to give you two options. You can do a wits and investigation or a wits and craft. And depending on which you pick, you will get different answers.
Oh, wits and craft easily.
Okay.
My investigation is not my greatest, but okay. Okay. These dice pools. 5.
I put
Trying to
your
get me to messy
obfuscated
critical
rolls.
so hard.
um,
I just love that it's trying to make me messy critical again. Like
You
it's just
are-
like
you're blending in pretty well with. It's not even a crowd over there at this point, but it's a small town, so it's not
Yeah.
like people are actively up and staring around, being like, "Oh, he came out of nowhere," you know. So, you are able to
they're
get
more
up to
interested in the scene.
yeah, at least the police line, and you do observe the scene. It is your paint. It looks like the exact paint that you use. It's not from your current stash on you, but it is the same exact manufacturer. It is a pretty close carbon copy to your shit. However, you can automatically tell this isn't yours. And on top of that, they were very sloppy at the ground. So you do have several footprints that people are taking pictures of, several handprints, but the handprints seem more obscured than anything else, so it doesn't actually give fingerprints. So from your estimation, they had to have some type of protection on their hands.
On their hands, that makes
so
sense.
either rubber glove, canvas, but there's
something.
no actual fingerprint.
Okay. Well, alrighty then. Sasha will just walk up to the car with Harvey.
You just stroll up.
Yep.
He's trotting away, apparently filling out a report.
And then just kind of like wave far enough away that he knows I can dart hard if I go into it.
And he stops. And he sighs. What now? As he continues to jot. He doesn't even look up at you.
I'm like, hello, Officer 5.
You know, this isn't a good time. It's not like people are fucking around over here. We're actually performing police work.
I know. I'm just at least trying to formally say that was not me. I'm not that dumb.
I'm gonna bite my tongue, Mr. Lupin. How can I help you this evening?
That's all I wanted to say. See how you were doing as well.
I highly doubt that. And he motions to the side of the building. So I take it you're gonna say this wasn't you.
It was not. This is definitely not even my
Surprise.
craftsmanship. Of course. Have I ever... You've caught me many times. Why?
Have you ever
what? Have I ever lied to you about crimes I have done? If it's graffiti, it's graffiti. I take credit for my work.
Work? No. Time and place? Yes.
Point.
You were under oath.
This was not me. I was not here. How the fuck would I even have done that?
So I take it this was one of your college cronies that follows you around then? You know,
I
this
don't
is
bel
defacement of public property, right?
I'm aware. I don't believe this was any of my ilk. I had a run-in with an individual who doesn't like me, and I have an inkling it might be them. I can't say for sure. Nothing substantial. They're just an asshole with a stick up their ass.
And what's this person's name?
Uh,
And he goes to attempt to jot it down.
1 second, because I know I wrote that down.
Are you actually gonna give a name?
Oh yeah, he's a fucking prick. Fuck him. Out of character. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
I understand.
Would you
James,
like some
the
help?
player, knows how much. Yeah. Yes.
Um,
James, the player, knows how.
That would be Tobias Ferguson. Have you frozen? So until
It has frozen, hasn't
Oh,
it?
wait, it is unfrozen.
it is unfrozen.
Okay.
have an
There we
unstate.
go. Because I was like, It took me a hot second to be like, wait a second.
Tobias Ferguson.
Yeah, Tobias. I would be like a Mr. Ferguson.
A Mr.
I can't say
Ferguson.
this 100. I can't say this for 100% sure. He's just an asshole who hates me because he's a pretentious art son of a bitch.
Ferguson has a first name?
Tobias.
Are they a current student?
Tobias.
No,
Tobias.
they have not been a student for very long. No. This is somebody that I have had a run-in with ages ago.
Description? He's attempting to get a full profile out of you.
I'd just be like, officer, off the records, this man.
Off
I like
the
you, Harvey.
record. When did you become a fucking reporter?
I care about you, goddammit.
Okay, and
This
I'm trying
man
to do my
is
job.
not. I know you're trying to do your job. This man is not exactly in our tax bracket. I don't want you hurt.
In our tax bracket. You have a job?
I'm closer to your tax bracket than his.
Now wait a minute. Just because I'm a town cop, it doesn't mean I get paid low. I own a
Do
Toyota
you get
Prius,
paid-
alright?
That
Stop
is
your shit.
actually quite commendable. But do you have a fuck around mansion money?
No, I don't have fuck around mansion money. What are you talking about?
He does.
Okay, so that still doesn't not hold him accountable for defacement of public property.
But he can either make things happen or make bad things happen to you. It's the reason why
So
I'm
he's in the
being honest
mafia?
with you. I don't believe so, but he has connections.
You're being very... I don't even know what to call it. Un-you.
Again, I want to be honest with you, but I don't want you hurt. You're a nice man. Everyone treat your colleagues are assholes to you, but I understand that you're actually a man who cares about the people and does his job. It's the reason why I talk to you instead of,
I thought it was because I keep you from being held up on stupid charges because I have better things to do with my time.
that is one of the reasons. That is not the only reason.
Mm.
I wouldn't I wouldn't have stopped running or slowed down if that was the only reason.
Do you have any contact info for this? How'd you say his name? Tobias?
Tobias.
Tobias.
No, I do not know the man. Well, I am not a friendly acquaintance with the man. He is,
Okay. So
how
then,
the American put it, Prick.
I'm going to put him in our system, see if anything pops up. So I take it he's doing this just to impersonate you, your image.
He does not like me. He also does not like my art. I don't like his art either, but again, this is also just my theory. I have no grounds on this. This is the only person that I could see with the means and the ability to do this.
Well, look at you performing police work.
As I said, I do not like cheap imitators. If this was me, oh no, I'd tell you. I'd just tell you it was me and then tell you to chase me.
So, unless you have any other major questions, I'm going to pretend to be your attorney for 30 seconds. I don't think you should be sticking around here, especially with the campus audience that kind of knows who you are. And if somebody else pulls you in, especially at a crime scene, I can't help you.
Oh no, that's it. I just wanted to check base because this is amateur. It's terrible. I'm going to be leaving
this
now.
Is not amateur. This is a pretty hefty charge. So.
Oh no. The charges, yes. The work. Child doodles.
Child doodles.
Mm-hmm. Yes, terrible.
I think all of your shit is child doodles, but apparently you have some type of following.
I am hurt, and I'm leaving now.
As you should. And he goes to continue to finish filling out his report, but he does actually stand up and make sure that you leave, and then he looks around at everybody else to make sure that nobody else had eyes on you.
Then just Healy's away.
Healy's away to where?
Oh, to the shop.
Okay.
The lovely redhead said she needed me.
By Healy, it's about 20 minutes away.
That's all.
We're going to cut back to the shop. That magical die again. Alex.
Yeah.
After your texts, you said that you were about to knock on the front.
Yeah, just gonna knock on the door, the front door.
Rolando, you have someone performing appraisals in front of you, and you hear another knock. And again, you did not know you had any other appointments.
Yeah.
Seems to be a reoccurring theme.
Well, like under his breath, he's like, "Fuck me." You'll excuse me, Mr. Peabody. I have to answer the door. I trust your to do your thing. I be back.
You haven't seen anything out of the ordinary, so he continues working.
Yep. And he goes to the door. He's like, okay, what the fuck is it going to be this time? And he pulls the door open.
Sorry to be bothering you. Am I allowed in?
Oh, Alex.
Hi.
What a pleasant surprise.
I know. I'm sorry.
Unexpectedly visiting this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, by all means, come in.
Right on. Cool. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
No, not at all. No, you're. I am in a meeting currently, but you are welcome to join us if you would like, or if not, then sit here, if you would like.
Yeah, Alex will just lean in really, really close to Rolando to be like, "Is this guy okay?"
Everything's on the up and up. He's just appraising some of my items.
Your crew couldn't do this during the day.
No, it's my shop and my items, so all the decisions are mine to make.
Okay. Just lead the way. Follow along. And as we're walking towards the meeting, Alex will just real quick hold up her phone screen so Rolando can just see the interaction that she had with Sasha.
And he pulls out his phone and he's just sends a quick message like, typical. And I didn't know about this appointment. Surprise.
Surprise.
He doesn't text that. He's just kind of like words.
Yeah, that's okay.
They go back into the room.
Mm.
How are you making out, Mr. Peabody?
I'm actually just about finished, Mr. Galvez. Oh, we have company.
We do, yes. I have many business associates that I make appointments with in the evening.
He stands
This one
up
was also a surprise.
and he extends a hand out to Alex.
Yeah. Like she's just gonna like look at his hand for a minute and then just like begrudgingly be like,
Jericho Peabody.
Alex.
Oh, kind of like Cher.
You know, whatever floats your boat, my guy. I'm sorry to be interrupting your work. I didn't realize that our
So,
friend
Mr.
here
Peabody-
is gonna be busy.
Mr. Peabody, did you get a chance to? Do you want me to open the case for the crystals? If you're still interested?
Yes. If you have a couple of moments, but I am prepared to give you estimates so far. On
Let's. Yeah. No, take a look at the crystals. If you need me to open the case, I will and bring them out. If you need to handle them, fondle them, look at them.
can you make me
put them-
a wits and awareness, Rolando?
Okay. Name set.
And I will also ask for a wits and awareness from Alex.
One single success on the blood.
Well, I got a crit success.
Okay.
Unfortunately, one of those is on the hunger dice, so that's exciting.
Hmm.
So it's a
So?
messy crit, but the total successes is 8.
It's all good. I also need Alex to make a. I believe how I did it the first time was wits and composure.
Oh.
So,
Wits and composure?
yes.
For sure, I can do that. Okay. That one is 5 successes. I'm scared for the rest of this evening.
You've
I'm gonna be
already
honest.
seen this once. About this time 2 evenings ago when you looked up in a mirror and you observed an individual with eyeless orbs. Even for a couple of brief seconds before everything comes back into focus.
In the mirror or just in the room?
On him.
On the Peabody?
Yes. It is the exact same thing you witnessed in the mirror when you were checking in on your girlfriend.
Great. Cool. Yeah, Alex goes from like leaning
Keep your
against the wall
composure.
with her arms folded and just kind of doing the like, I'm just observing. Looks at that, like head tilts, eyes go really wide, and then she just immediately looks at Rolando.
Rolando, with only one success, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Would you want me to bring them out? Yes?
If you could, yes.
No. He walks over to the case and he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a skeleton key and he just opens up the front pops up the glass, and he grabs. Was it 2 or 3 crystals?
Probably a handful.
Yeah. He grabs them and he walks them over to the table, and just as he's laying, as he puts them down, he kind of lays them out like symmetrically, like alongside of each other, and then he takes a quick moment to like he puts them in like size order, starting from the shortest to the longest, from left to right, and then he looks at it and then he steps away.
And he actually goes to the temperature gun and he picks it up and he starts adjusting a couple of things on it, and he actually aims it at the center light in the room, and it seems to light up in a multitude of colors, so you're assuming he's just testing it out. And then he aims it one at each crystal, and he holds it there for a couple seconds each. On his notepad, he takes down a couple of results each time. He pulls out a blackberry, and he's typing in there for a couple of minutes. And then out of nowhere, you see, like, for the briefest of instance, a power. Even if you're observing from an outer window from street lamp outside, everything kind of does a slight brownout. If it's for 2 or 3 seconds tops. He continues on as...
But it doesn't look like his instruments also suffer the effects of that.
Nope. It's just everything that's connected to the actual building power, street power.
Grid, yeah.
You wanted to say something, Alex?
Oh, as the brownout is happening, just Alex focuses entirely on Peabody, and it's just like he does one thing out of line.
He goes, very well. He has the blackberry in one hand. He's jotting down a set of numbers on a piece of paper. Rips it off. He folds it in half. He hands it to Rolando. These are the estimates I can give you for the books and for the crystals. I am prepared to issue you a check right now for the lock and key.
So the piece of paper has the proposed for the crystals and the books.
Yeah, and
but
for the books, it's about $1,000. The crystals, it's a couple hundred each.
But no number listed for the lock?
No.
And curious as to why the lock wasn't included in the estimate. Yeah,
it was. I have a buyer's authority to purchase this evening.
Oh, but the others are dependent on my approval.
Yes.
So this the lock is a firm number.
It is whatever you are currently willing to part with. And you see him pull out a secondary thing out of his briefcase, and it looks like a blank check. Name your price.
It's a step in the right direction for sure. It's nice. Perhaps we could work on the other items, the crystals and the books. They're a little on the light side. You do realize that these took a little bit of time to procure, and they would be...
absolutely. I'm fully issued to pay for those out in cash.
Uh, so yes, so this is reasonable. But
You seem hesitant, Mr. Galvez.
no, it's good. It's good. It's a good proposition. So, you know what?
Very
Let's do
well.
it.
So,
Let's do it.
what is your price for the lock and key? And he holds up a quill pen.
Well, I was expecting the estimate to be a little higher for that, for sure, because it is.
He didn't put an
I mean-
estimate on paper for that.
Yeah. My searches would have led me to believe that this would at least be in the realm of 35 or 3,700 if my sources are correct and this actually did come from where they say it came from, then this would be an acceptable price.
Then let's mark it up by at least 25%. Let's call it an even 5,500. Does that sound about right?
That is that's acceptable.
Just please give me a moment so I can text the buyer to confirm.
Yes, you must.
And he starts texting. What is Alex doing?
Yeah, Alex is doing basically what I've been doing, which is like still posted up against the wall, arms folded, but it's just like looking at Rolando with like stress and like very lightly shaking her head, but she's not saying anything to it's his business, so she's like, it's not my place to say, but this is all sketchy as shit, and I'm not feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Like,
Mr. Krabs.
He doesn't, he can't help but pick up on, the
Clearly
stress that
something's wrong.
you're putting out. So, he just kind of leans in and he's just like, "Is that not? What's the matter? I mean, this is a good deal for me."
I respect that.
Yes.
I really do.
Yes.
I also saw a thing. Like, I saw a thing. Just, this guy's just fucking not right, man. Like no fucking eye, like no eyes. Like she's whispering, but I want to make sure this is actually getting picked up.
Yeah, and he's just like mouthing words.
Yeah. No, just, no eyes. There was
You look over at Peabody again. He has eyes.
Is this about the times that Sasha shows up?
I'm just saying.
It's normal.
It's your business. I'm trusting you. You're the expert. But like,
Is Sasha knocking? Or just, hey bitches,
Just opening the door. There is no knock.
So, in your conversation,
There's
you
only
hear
entrance.
the door open for a third time this evening. So, I am going to have Rolando make a... Composure and awareness. 1, it's unannounced. 2, third possible appointment that you don't know who this is. 3,
Well, it's not in the book.
3, rolling
It wasn't
up
in the book
your-
and it wasn't in the app. So at
in
this
your
point,
home.
yeah, I'm kind of flustered. But
you're kind of just walking into your haven. So like,
Yeah.
well, I mean,
There has been a previous invite. You told me
yes.
to come.
So and I saw the messages from on the phone with Alex. So I saw he's should be on his way.
Yeah.
So I'm not that flustered in that regard. I'm assuming
We'll find out.
Yeah.
we're gonna find out. 2 successes.
2 successes.
1 on the hunger.
Yeah,
2 out of
you weren't expecting somebody immediately, but
Yeah.
around, and there's not even footsteps. It's just a sound of rolling.
Yeah.
As it gets louder
Right.
Mhm.
Kind of used to that at this
off
point.
of Heelys.
Mhm.
Yeah, the sound of Heelys on my nice wooden, my nice hardwood floors is very
yes.
distinct at this point. So
I mean, they wouldn't roll through carpet.
True.
and I wouldn't put carpet down. That would be a travesty here. It is a
not
historical
wrong.
building after all.
Yes. Great.
Mr. Galvez.
I'll handle
What's
him.
with the tension? Who's tall, dark, and fuckable?
Oh my god. Yeah, Alex just walks over to Sasha, like grabs him by his upper arm and just like walks him
Ooh,
out of the room. Just like
He stops and he looks at Sasha as he says that.
Pay him no mind. He is an associate as well, but he does not just pay him no mind.
You hold
let's,
strange company, Mr. Galvez.
I think we all do.
I don't.
I believe this. So
The buyer-
you were saying
Has been very gracious and is actually going to kick up the price to $6,000. Do you
that is
accept?
quite generous. I do accept. This is
Very well.
very favorable and very appreciated.
He
And
does a
would
quick
I-
text back and he starts filling out a checkbook.
And he's looking at the who's issuing the check, and it's who issues the check.
It would be from Q&A Antiquities, since it is an anonymous buyer you're purchasing through the middleman.
Yeah.
You would know Q&A Antiquities because they are the only other antique shop in town on the complete northeastern opposite side of town.
Right. It is a pleasure to make this transaction. So, thank you. And it's not so much a handshake. It's more of like of accepting the check.
Yeah.
Kind
He hands
of,
it over to you as he's starting to put everything away. He pulls out an envelope. He opens it up, and it is full of cash. And he gives
Yep.
you the denomination amount agreed on for the other items.
Yeah.
He puts it in a separate, smaller envelope, much like you would receive from a bank. Holds over the top on it, signs it, dates it, takes a picture of it with his phone, and hands it over.
Yes. And he takes said envelope and he just holds it in his hands. This was wonderful.
He's paying attention to you as he's filling out a receipt form. He says, "Yes, it's been like pulling teeth attempting to get this completed. However, I am happy the transaction went smoothly."
I apologize for the delay in this, but sometimes other matters take precedence and have priority over business. So you have my apologies in that regard, and of course extend these apologies to the buyer, and I hope that they are able to use these or sell these as they wish. They make a wonderful display, as you can see, and feel free to take the wrappings for the cuffs.
Very well.
Mr. Peabody, do you need me to call you a vehicle? Do you need, are you set?
No, I can call a cab.
Okay.
He hands over
Thank you once again.
the receipt. He goes to
And,
shake your hand.
Yep. This time he extends his hand, and
Pleasure doing business.
and what does that hand feel like?
His hand is warm. He holds yours a couple of seconds, awkwardly long.
Mm.
Before
Awkwardly long.
Awkwardly long.
Yeah.
Before releasing, picks up his briefcase.
And
Heads out.
at that point, he you know, as he notices that, and he just like, and he just does a quick shiver, you know, as if he's cold, you know, he's just, you know, it's cold in here, you know, like.
As you see him walk out, there is a trail of smoke that permeates from the entrance, and you follow that trail, and you look behind you, and there is a gentleman in the older suit, smoking a cigarette, shaking his head.
This as well, this is not to your liking. This is business, so. And he's waiting, and he's like, he's waiting. Is he gonna flick that cigarette? He's not gonna catch it one day.
And as he
cigarette
blows out the smoke, it forms into an arrow at the spot that the lock and key was on the table. And it slowly dissipates. And as it dissipates, the spiritual form of the smoking suited man slowly dissipates as well.
Anything I can do to try to keep him longer and try to get him to talk?
The spirit or Peabody?
The spirit, yeah, no, spirit.
You can attempt to keep eyes on him by activating Oblivion's sight. So, you have the fortunate benefit of having two versions of the sight. You have the medium gift, which allows you to interact with spirits when they want to be seen. And then you, as a member of the Hecata, have an ability through Oblivion that you can choose to see them even when they choose not to be seen.
I would like to see him now since he's choosing to leave. So
Very well. Oblivion sight, my recollection, does not require a rouse. However, when you do activate
that does not. Right.
When you do activate it, your orbs become completely blackened over into complete obsidian. As the world changes before you, you see the structural form of what this home once was. Much more elaborate, yet plain and simple. You see the structure of it, how it once was, kind of like an overlay on the current standing. Certain rooms were formed, different arrangements. You do see the trail of smoke, and you do see the smoking man actually follow out Mr. Peabody. So he's actually following right behind him.
Yeah, and I follow closely behind as well. And what do I see of so the modern world and modern entities? So like I'm leaving Alex, you know, and I'm leaving Sasha. What do I see
As you turn and hollow out again in the
them,
interior of the two of them?
Yeah, like what do I see of them? Do they look ghostly apparition like, you
Nope.
know, because they're you know, they're in, you know, in the reality time as opposed to where I currently am?
Nope. This is only from your vantage point, and they don't give off any type of aura. They don't
Okay.
give off any type of signal. You do see, however,
Are they They're completely invisible to me.
Oh no, you can still see them,
Oh, okay.
but they just don't give off anything special.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
You do see
But I know
just
where they are.
past the smoking man when you set those onyx eyes upon Mr. Peabody. He has a slight aura about him. Kind of much more tinted, much more dark. And this isn't the first time you've used this power. And on an average human, they don't really give off any type of semblance unless they're about to pass on. So you have physically witnessed someone on the brink of death and them physically rising out of a body. But this is different. This is something you've never seen. It's not shadows, but they can be compared to tendrils. It seems like there's a tether. The tether goes into the ground.
So they're
Definitely odd.
okay. He'll follow behind, and at a certain point he will walk up alongside the smoking man.
Mm-hmm.
In even so much as to get in front of him a little bit so that he can look back at him, so that hopefully smoking man realizes, like, I'm with you right now. And he's really kind of focusing on smoking man more so than Peabody, just to see what smoking man's reaction is all along.
At this point, at the front stoop, you would see Peabody get to the sidewalk, and he pulls out the BlackBerry. You're assuming he's calling like some type of Uber over it. Smoking man is more observant of briefcase, and as you get out onto the porch, he actually takes a double take, and he's now looking at you. And he's looking right at your eyes.
Okay. Rolando's gonna stay out there as long as it takes for and he's gonna stay somewhat hidden, like he doesn't want to let Peabody know that he's being watched if he can. So he's gonna take a step back so he's not the closest person to him, but he does want to position himself and stay there long enough to see who picks him up and remember what the license plate is of the vehicle that takes him away.
Well, I won't even make you roll for any of that. Peabody isn't hiding anything. However, he is an odd man. As he stands out there, it's not like he's pacing back and forth. He's not checking his watch. He's literally standing straight, erect, like a pillar. Briefcase held in front of him. He's almost a statue. And about 5 to 7 minutes go by as he's standing there. Smoking man simply turns to you and says, "That's a trick I haven't seen in a while." And he continues to stare right at your eyes.
So you've seen this before? But you have seen this.
Mm-hmm. And unlike but before he caught your vantage point when he was fully focused on the briefcase, he does walk around to observe Peabody from all angles for a couple of minutes, but he keeps looking up at you as in before he had the I don't give a fuck type of attitude. He's paying close attention to your eyes. He was not expecting for somebody to pay attention to him. Not like this. But he's periodically still checking back at a briefcase.
And Rolando would be looking at the smoking man and as he's checking out Peabody, is there any other, like, is he letting on that anything else is important other than that? And does Smoking Man, no, he can't see his eyes because he's trying to stay behind him, but does it look like Smoking Man even reacts to the fact that something is circling him and watching him?
You mean Peabody?
Yeah,
Doesn't
like
even
is Peabody reacting to the fact that Smoking Man is kind of like, you know, scoping him out?
So it is spring now. You know, there's plentiful amount of mosquitoes, other insects. Even if something's buzzing past his face, he's not even flinching. Eerily, awkwardly. And then, as soon as he came, he left. As an Uber pulls up, he opens up the door, sits inside. When he sits inside, Smoking Man walks right through the vehicle, sits right next to him as it pulls away. And as it's pulling away, his eyes are still on you.
Smoking Man is on me.
Smoking Man. Inside, as we had somebody pulled away abruptly on Heelys. What's going on there?
And if I remember correctly, Alex has got like a few inches on Sasha.
Sure.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't
Yeah,
true.
no.
Sure.
Does the like upper arm, like almost shoulder grabs, like half lifting him up and just forcefully taking him into the kitchen.
Yes, finally it's happening.
Oh god! And just gonna like roughly shove him against the fridge. Just like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
He was hot.
What the fuck? I don't care what makes your dangles tingle. I do not care. Where the fuck were you?
I was dealing with some issues. I have a poser. Zitz is trying to pin a very large destruction of public property on me.
I was gonna take a few steps forward, just be kind of like half leaning over him and just be like, I don't give a fuck about your petty squabbles with whatever artist bullshit's going on. Somebody is dead, and we're supposed to be having a meeting to figure out what the fuck's going on.
How are we going to undead them?
Well, there's options about that. I'm much more concerned about the fact that, you know, some sort of organization of people made them dead.
Yes, and my art will outlive me. I am going to die probably horribly. So I'm concerned about my art and my following. I'm sorry about that. We have lives outside of this.
For fuck's sake. Just, whatever. Fine. Did you get it resolved?
Yeah. To the best of my knowledge.
Cool. Now, just for my clarification of the situation, considering apparently we are being collectively fucked, are the people that are
Wait,
fucking
we
with
are?
you.
When does this happen?
Oh my god, Sasha, fucking focus for 2 goddamn seconds.
You said fucked. You know what was going to happen.
I don't care. Listen. Now, the people that you're having this trauma with, are the people we need to worry about as a group, or is it just a fucking college student that you have beef with?
Oh no, it's a shitty Toreador, piece of shit artist. I'm only here because their piece of shit art exhibit was in fucking this part of the country.
Right. Great. Cool. Right, listen.
Alex, please make me a wits and composure.
Sure.
Difficulty 3 after hearing Toreador. And I'll tell you why in a moment.
Cool. I love that for us. I love this for us. Okay, actually, the dice are kind tonight. Thank God.
God damn.
1, 2.
That's not
I got
good for
4
me.
successes
You
on this.
grit your teeth for but a moment of hearing that, because you know if it's Toreador, and you know there is only one other of you currently that resides in this city. They are not Toreador, and if somebody's interacting with Toreador, that means they came from Boston.
Yep.
At least.
Yep. Yeah, there's like, Alex starts to say something, pauses, and then just like the smallest little just annoyed growl just comes out, to like, look,
Oh, again.
are you in this moment where you're dealing with absolute shenanigans? Are you bringing the tower here with your bullshit?
The tower followed me. It's not my fault.
Look, I've worked really hard to make sure they stay the fuck over there and that we're chill here.
Do you think I want
I don't need
him
you
to come
kicking
out
in a
here?
rose bush because of your fucking ego.
I've been kicking at this rose bush for a very long time. I'm not going to stop. I'm probably gonna heely down to Boston and then spray paint over his art exhibit here in a bit. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Alex is going to take 3 like almost march steps up to Sasha, just grab the front of his hoodie and pull him up to her face. If it wasn't for the fact that we're in Rolando's place, I would knock the shit out of you. And just push him back against the fridge.
No, don't threaten me with the third time and not do it.
I'm so angry. Is there any other fun
You are
little
angry.
fucking surprises?
Define
Anything else we got
surprises.
going on here? We got fucking ghost bullshit and fucking potential government bullshit. And I do not need the cam coming here and fucking with us.
The fascists will go where the fascists will go. What are we going to do to stop them?
Giving them more of a reason to come here doesn't fucking help.
It's
All
a
right.
Hecata, a Gangrel, and the Ministry. What the fuck are we going to do to stop them?
It's called maintaining a low profile, which I know is a lot asking from you. I know it's a lot.
Never.
I should have gone to fucking Gary. I swear to God, I should have gone west.
Wait, you would fuck me if my name was Gary?
No,
How pretty is this Gary man? He's not pretty
it's
as
a
me. I know that.
city.
At this point, Rolando, if you wanted
Dipshit.
to, you'd be able to re-enter your home. In mid-conversation, of course.
It's Curry is a city out west of where I was before this, that had anarchs in it. I avoided going there because it sounded like a bunch of drama bullshit, and it's right below Chicago. And I thought living here would be a little less dramatic, but apparently not. So,
Wait, Why does the Americans name cities after just normal ass people?
It,
Gary.
it was an industrial town, I think, like steel. It doesn't fucking matter.
Oh, so
right?
it was an
Right.
industrial Gary?
Well,
Oh my God, Sasha.
hey, Sasha,
Was he a
they-
Mecca?
there are also towns or cities named, for sexual acts as well. So, hey, it's not just names that we use here or that we're using.
That's good. It's like, welcome to the town of Tim.
Yeah.
You,
We are so proud Timonites.
I
you
mean,
know
we-
what? We're gonna
We
put
live
a
in
button on
Lynn,
this.
so I mean, it's you're not
You wanna
far
put a
off.
what in me?
Yeah, we're gonna put a fucking button on this for a second. So apparently, Sasha has decided to fucking cause drama with Toreador to the point that they're coming here and fucking around with shit in the city.
As
You
you're
act like
saying
I have
this,
done
Alex,
anything recently.
and you would automatically notice this too, Sasha, when Rolando comes back in, his eyes are completely obsidianed over.
Alex
Bro, we
eventually
can-
actually looks at them and is just like, hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. What's it's not the problem?
I
I mean, other than whatever you two are trying to work out and work towards. I mean, you could just fucking get it over with.
Look, that is another person who thinks this is a lovely idea.
I mean,
Rolando,
sometimes it's best to
I-
get it out of the system and then see where you stand afterwards, or lay afterwards.
Rolando, there's a reason why
I-
I respect your relationship and your
But-
opinion.
Rolando, I thought you were on my side on this, but okay, fine. Several things apparently. One, he's causing bullshit. Two, a
What
ghost
did I
sheriff
do?
pulled your appraisal.
What? What did you do? I mean,
I stood against the wall because there was a
you
person.
ruined their cemetery, is what you did. First of all, so let's start
Oh,
there.
Oh wait, wait. When you told me to run from the ghost mafia,
The spirits, yes.
wait,
I didn't say to run through and tip over tombstones and push them over onto other tombstones so that they would crack and smash. I thought you were better than this. I thought you were supposed to be very dexterous.
I am, but I am also I am very small, scared man, and I
Oh, so,
also don't. I don't have full understanding of the ghosts. I'm pretty sure they use us as meat puppets.
Great.
I mean, you're not wrong, but this doesn't excuse, like I assumed, once you're scared, you become Juggernaut and just plow through everything. It matters not. No respect.
I would
Oh.
be more. I would be more on the side of respecting their resting place if I did not feel like I was threatened by them in the act.
Okay.
If they just wanted to if you didn't say that they were menacingly advancing on us and run, maybe I feel
Well,
bad. I'm not happy it happened.
Well, the threat was real, for sure, but I didn't knock over tombstones as I was running.
Rolando,
Hmm?
is the damage in such a way that Sasha couldn't, I don't know, make a donation or something to help repair the damage?
I've already thought of this, yes. We could make an anonymous donation to the church and to the cemetery itself, and that would smooth things over, but I wouldn't. That doesn't undo the fact that the police will continue to monitor the area and watch over and make sure that this doesn't happen again and look to find out who caused this. So
I know.
this will smooth things over somewhat.
Look, I just want to make sure the ghosts aren't pissed because halfway through your meeting, I saw a dude with fucking no eyes, and I don't know how this shit works. I didn't go to
Yeah.
church growing up, so I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I understand you're upset with me, but also you never told us this was potentially an option going into that cemetery. Like,
What?
I
The-
would
the-
not have come if you told me, by the way, you may get jumped by the ghost squad.
It's, we'll touch on that in a second. So we all are in agreement that Peabody was fucking weird, right?
I mean, he has a nice ass.
Shut the fuck up.
he
It was a weird ass.
It was an okay ass.
he was a weird ass Peabody. Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. Is he possessed by a ghost? Why the fuck was there a brownout? Why am I seeing fucking ghost?
So a ghost?
Yeah, during the meeting. I've been saying that.
When she said that,
Hmm.
in your recollection, I won't even make you roll for this since this is kind of what you do. She only said that he didn't have eyes.
Yeah.
Didn't really say anything else that would pop
Right.
out to you as being a ghost of any spiritual way, shape, or form.
Right.
I don't know. I'm assuming, bro, it's in your house. I'm assuming it's ghost. I don't fucking know. It's weird. Like-
No, he
That
wasn't a
seems
ghost.
clandestine.
He wasn't
were
a
attacked
ghost.
by
Huh?
ghosts the other day.
Yes, but not. I mean, those ghosts present themselves very differently. I mean, you saw those. Did they have? Were they missing eyes? Like, no, you can normally see their eyes.
Right.
It's
Okay.
blank
I'm
stare, cloudy white. You know.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm a little on edge. I was worried that guy was gonna do some shenanigans. And also just like fucking why the fuck is somebody spending that much money on a goddamn lock?
Wait, what?
Yes. Why is somebody spending that much goddamn money on a lock? Yes. It's probably going to be very important to somebody for a particular task that was not known to me at the time. I did not assume it would be used for anything but a collector piece, a museum piece, bragging rights. It's
Wait,
The origins were very,
I'm
you
out
know,
of
sketchy,
the horny
but-
super. What am I missing?
The origins on the lock were sketchy.
well, I mean, well, yes. The lock itself was very.
Let's make a roll.
It's old. It's old. It was cold iron. It was
I like
very.
making rolls.
Yeah.
Rolando.
While he's thinking about this, I just
So-
look at Alex and I'm like, I'm getting like the end of this story. Can
Yeah.
you like catch me up?
Intelligence and occult for
Yeah.
Rolando.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
even
yeah,
going to
yeah.
give you 2 bonus dice.
Two.
2.
Ooh, nice.
Hell
Two,
yeah.
two, two.
'Cause again, this goes right into your occupation.
And to answer your request, Sasha, you wouldn't be having to get caught up if you weren't getting into feuds with tower assholes.
I'm sorry, okay, if you want me to 100% dedicate myself to this union, you need to put a ring on it.
I'm
There
asking
needs
you
to be
out of
so much.
self-preservation.
What made you think that I have self-preservation? I am attempting to fuck and live
What'd
like
you
I
get,
will die
Rolando?
tomorrow.
Rolando got 6 successes in total. One of them
Continue
was a critical.
conversation. I'm going
Yeah.
to type it out to you.
Right. Look, Sasha, I understand you want to suck blood and fuck forever or whatever the fuck the line is that you've told me.
Mhm.
That's fine. But if we're gonna exist in this town, we kind of need to work together so we don't get fucking dead. And I thought we had some sort of accord that we were all gonna like try to work together on that. I don't care that I don't fucking care that you're fucking fighting with a goddamn rose. That's fine. What the fuck ever. Don't do it in her fucking hometown. Dipshit, go to fucking Boston, do that shit, and come back.
Do you think that I wanted him to come here? I don't want England on me. Ugh.
Alright. I'm just saying, I leave the city and go into the city proper to go fucking work. I do my shit, I come back. I don't bring problems
Yeah,
home.
and then they can follow.
I'd fucking love to see them try.
Well,
See-
they already have.
Well, I mean, not for nothing, but that was quite the escape artist trick that you pulled before.
Yeah.
I don't deny your abilities.
Thank you. Now, this lock being sketchy.
It has been sent to you in Zoom chat.
Got it.
I respect if you don't want to share details because, personal business or whatever, but I don't know how much I can help you on certain things if I don't have details. That is if you want my help. I don't know. You made your fucking bag, so
I'm sorry. Who this is directed to Sasha?
no, just Rolando. It's like,
No,
look, you made your
Rolando.
bag. You made your bag. If you want to just call this a done deal, that's fine. I'm just saying all of this is suspicious as fuck.
I don't. Well. Let's rewind a little bit. These items I procured,
Mm-hmm.
and I was trying to sell these items. So that was not unexpected. I just didn't expect it this evening. I didn't expect it to take place this evening, and quite honestly, I did not expect a person of Mr. Peabody's sort to come. I did keep an eye on him, and he's an odd duck, I will say, for sure.
Okay, wait.
Yes.
Context clues, I'm catching up a little bit. So wait, not only did you have an interesting item,
You did not
Items.
besides the fact, you had an interesting item. You did
Yes.
not expect them here.
Have you looked around the place?
Yeah,
Well,
he
Rolando,
has
Rolando, you're a very
Yes,
lovely
lots of
being.
interesting
Everything
items.
around you is also lovely. Moving on. A more particularly interesting item. You did not expect them to come, and I'm going to just hazard a guess. A large payout?
Yeah.
It was a nice payout. No, I mean, it's going to keep, it pays the utilities and the overhead for a month or two. So yes,
So
it's
somebody
good.
somebody came out of the blue asking for a specific item.
No,
Did you tell? So you told them to leave?
no.
and you-
It's just no, it was not out of the blue. The items were procured, and I had made a connection in order to sell these items, and he came tonight. I just was not expecting him this evening. That's all. It was
Alex, are you
written in the
really
book.
following what I'm going with?
Philip, I will have a talk with him. He just needs he could be a little better about giving me a little heads up about items that he quickly wrote into the book. I was not expecting it. We have multiple forms of making sure that we communicate when I need to be here or when somebody needs to be here. So unfortunately this evening went a little awry. That's all. That's
Okay. It's okay. I just, like I said, I'm a little fucking on edge considering everything that happened the other night. Okay, just
I think we're all a little on edge.
Right.
This is true. So
and
okay.
I
So
would like us all to be not dead. So, despite
Yeah,
Sasha's
I
every
think
attempt at getting fucking murdered.
I'm just living like I'm going to die. We're all going to eventually expire.
you're not
I
wrong.
got that. Now,
In fact, you've actually done it once before, and it pretty much sucked.
Yes. Did it suck? Really? I mean, it was expected.
It literally sucked, and it definitely did as well.
You guys have no idea. Now, we were supposed to be meeting with a mysterious stranger about the fucking laptop. So, that's the whole reason I waited. Because I was just gonna go. But Sasha had something to go do. So, fucking, here we are. So, do we want to go and actually handle business, gentlemen?
Well, my business for the evening has concluded, so
Great.
I think there was nothing else in the book, and nothing else in...
written in the book.
Good.
Well, I'm sorry, what was that?
I said there was nothing else written.
There was
in
nothing else,
the
okay.
book.
So there are a few things that we need to take care of, but at this point I feel the priority is and it's what, 1 o'clock now, 1:30?
Let's say quarter to 1.
Quarter to 1, okay.
Yeah.
We have some time. We do need to figure out what is on the laptop, and you hid the laptop, right? So
Yeah, I had the laptop. I also didn't open it while I was in here because we agreed we don't want the laptop hanging in your fucking place. So
I
left it alone.
Thank you. It's yeah. I mean, and so let's rewind a little bit.
All right.
What are we talking about here? Who is this? The Toreador and
Why are we back on this bullshit?
Yeah. Sasha, why don't you air out your fucking laundry? and
yeah.
tell
So
who the fuck you're
let's
fucking
elaborate. I don't want to leave here unless I know what we're up against and everything. So I have told you where okay, there are other things, but
There's always
Yeah, see, we have some private business.
okay. So
Great.
Mr. Peabody was so the smoking man, he also took great interest in Mr. Peabody.
You two hear smoking man, and you don't know who the hell he's talking.
Yeah, just
That's the reason why he just starts looking around like, what the fuck? I have not hit on the
So-
smoking person.
I'm sorry, Rolando. Who is the smoking man?
So what you have to understand about us,
Yep.
my plan is that
okay.
we attract the attention of, and we sometimes foster relationships with spirits, right? So you know this is not unknown to you. I have a regular visitor that comes and is very judgy, quite honestly. I don't
Okay.
appreciate this, but he's very judgy. He seems to keep tabs on what I do, and when he always seems to be around when there is something going on that is not to his liking. And sometimes these things he will point out to me specifically. I don't believe that he felt that the sale of the lock was positive.
Cool.
I
so
don't
you-
know why.
So
you
it
had
sounds like a shitty
yeah.
father figure.
I would have no idea now.
That was not even pointed at you.
He took great interest in Mr. Peabody and watched him and left with him as he left. I think to keep tabs on him, maybe as a source of information, hopefully. And
Cool.
and I will say this evening he actually spoke to me. He usually doesn't. He usually just gives me the, that look like, like, oh, you did wrong, little boy. You just
Well.
did not do anything good. You're just punished. But
This sounds like you need a very good form of communication.
we're working on it. We're working on it.
Okay.
I don't know how ghosts work, so, I just
Uh,
from a human point of view.
So both myself and this smoking guy, whatever his name is,
A smoking man.
thought this was sketchy.
I didn't ask him his name, actually. I should have actually. He spoke to me tonight. I should have asked.
Isn't that the first thing
So
you do during a
preoccupied.
seance? Like, ask a name.
Next time.
No, you asked for number.
Number? No,
That
he's old. He there's no number.
funny.
No,
Okay,
he's
so
old. He's not a young man.
cool. So we have a potentially ghost-infested lock that might be a problem. I love that for us. I'll just add that to my notebook. Problems.
I think the problem is where the lock came from and what it was made of. Probably
you
it's
know
Yeah,
where
did
the
you-
lock came from?
Yeah. Bingo, she is asking the right question.
So my sources tell me that it came from a ship that had sunk off the coast of Spain. And it was in very good condition. Goodish condition. But in particularly it was made from cold iron. So I think it bears saying that it's probably used for restraining something in particular, or has definitive.
Training what?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
We should look into this more. Probably.
Okay.
I don't know why it's so, but it was this in particular that was why I was happy to procure this and why it attracted a buyer so quickly and was so adamant about purchasing this and paid more money for it than I thought it would have sold for.
You're
So-
you're really good
Wait.
at haggling, my dude. Like,
No,
Well,
wait, he came over randomly?
No,
and-
no,
it
no,
wasn't
no.
random.
No, no,
there
no,
was an
it-
appointment.
These
Was that-
sales that I make are always organized and they are very, but
It seemed
I don't know who the
Okay.
buyer was for sure. I mean, is a
My-
some silent buyer? Is it
I mean,
anonymous?
do you want me to
my
find
main
out?
point.
Yes, what?
No, I'll let Alex speak. She's
No, go ahead, Sasha.
my main point is the experience and the desire. You did not think to let them sit on it?
Well, there, Sasha, I don't know if you have things known as a mortgage or overhead property taxes. So, sometimes
Not in this economy.
yeah, so and so sometimes the sales, you procure something and you move it along. You move it right along because
Okay.
this is how
Yeah.
some things work. Yes, right? So
Yeah.
not unlike the merchandise that I
checking.
sell here, sometimes I buy a stock of books or I make candles in hopes that they sell right away. I don't want them sitting on the shelf, right?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. No,
No,
that makes
that's-
sense. I was just expressing a slight concern.
Great. So, if you want me to dig around and find out who the buyer is, I can do that. If you'd rather just leave it alone, we can leave it alone.
No. I feel that this is something that we could look into. Yes.
Cool. I will probably be doing a breaking and entering later. So, on the
That
docket.
sounds like a great time. Let's happen.
So, as far as everything from my side, that's all I know. And but I do have the cemetery damage that I would like to remedy relatively
Equally.
quickly.
Yeah, we can do
Maybe
that
not this evening.
as soon as we can. So, yeah, Sasha, back to your bullshit.
Yes.
Oh, the Inquisition has returned. What are you asking?
So this Toreador, first of all,
Who have you pissed off?
yes.
Because I've been covering for your ass for
Who's
a
your
hot
main-
minute here.
Oh yeah. Tobias Ferguson. He's a piece of shit. He thinks he's an artist, but he's just.
Alex
Ugh.
and Rolando, please make me a intelligence and academics or anything if either one of you have a specialty in literally anything involved with Camarilla.
No, not politics.
Feel free to get creative.
So I got two things, right? I got two options here.
Sure.
One of them is I have a really good investigate,
You do.
and I have been working in and around Boston, so I might be able to be like,
You're kind of a big deal.
yeah. Also, the fact that I'm a big deal, like, could I lean into that?
You tell me what you want to roll, and based off of that, that is the information I'm going to give to you.
Cool.
Also, for the record, Mike, I didn't forget his name that time. I immediately wrote that down on the character sheet.
Cool. All right.
I'm
So
here
if you're
to
allowed to
assist.
fact that I have a bit of a spicy relationship with the Camry in Boston,
Spice.
could I roll an int to investigate on the grounds that I may have run into some of this while I've been working?
Sure.
And this is just like a memory recall of like, oh yeah, I remember that prick.
Rolando, what would you like to roll that involves that type of category?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to follow suit and do the int and investigation.
Sure.
I don't have anything in politics.
Nope.
Yeah, gonna roll
Take a
that
look at
as
your
well.
sheet real quick.
I'm
Yeah,
looking.
my only other option would be
Mm.
streetwise.
No, that doesn't work. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's my best bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll and tell me what you all get.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be spicy.
Well, hey
Ooh.
now.
Spicy Alex, good time.
I heard
got
a hey
one
now.
success.
Uno.
Well, not so impressive. I got 2 successes on the hunger die, but I think I'm balanced out because I got no successes on the
Sure.
others. So
Alex.
That's fine.
Even with one success, you know that Tobias Ferguson is the herald to the Boston Camarilla Court. When the herald goes someplace outside of the city limits, it is not to fuck with people, it is to deliver a message. Rolando, you know, with 2 successes, he is not fond of anything having to do with the Hecata. And from your traversing through Boston from time to time, you do everything you possibly can to avoid him.
So just here's that name and just like stops.
Yep.
Sasha? Why are
Yes,
you
love.
fucking with Tobias?
Right now, altogether, define.
Do you know why he's here?
No?
Did you talk to him?
Yes, words came out of his mouth, but it sounded a lot like, oh. Yeah, I wasn't really listening.
Rolando, I'm gonna stab him, I swear to God.
Oh, please.
I'm also not particularly happy that you interact with this person.
I've been doing this for about 5 years. That asshole thinks he's a good artist, and I'm here to show him he is not.
Wait. You've been getting into little art tussles with the Herald for 5 years?
Yeah, I followed him here. He thought he could get away. That was adorable.
There's so much to unpack with you, Sasha.
I'm so angry.
I
I'm so angry.
I don't even know where to start. A part of it is it's you push the buttons of all the wrong people, and I am almost regretting even knowing you. Quite honestly.
What?
Oh, that sucks.
What?
I-
Just for our, because we're basically having a town council meeting right now, just for everybody's reference. Is there anybody else that we need to be aware of that's just gonna be waltzing around in our town?
I mean, that is the only persons that I specifically pissed off. The Toreador as a whole don't like me because, he's a bitch.
I'm
And
worried
I've
you've
been doing this
annoying
for
them.
ages.
I'm worried you've been annoying them, because again, I've been hired a few times to hassle you, and instead of breaking your fucking kneecaps, I've just been taking a paycheck. So,
That's always good.
Some of us,
trying to do you a favor. But yeah, so there's that. Cool. I love that. And then now I'm having the fun thought of whoever fucking axed Sue, were they actually Inquisition? Were they hired hands by the cam?
why would the tower do this to communication network? How would they have even known?
I mean, if you are attempting to destabilize the people, you take out the communication first.
But the cam would handle it a different way. They would offer a cease and desist. There would be other means. They would probably try to utilize the network initially before they just off the one.
Sue also was a private individual.
Some of us try to be so. I
tried to be so too, and then everybody asked, "Who do you have beef with? What's their problem?"
You are trying to be invisible by spray painting murals.
Oh no! I never tried to be invisible. I am fabulous.
So.
Right. Okay, we got the prodigal son of the Glorious Revolution here on one hand, and on the other hand, we have Ghost Boy McFamily Man.
So what's
if you think that this is a new problem? I mean, the spirits are always around us. I mean, you it's just that you are not attuned to them.
No,
So,
well, I apparently am enough to I've randomly seen some shit, but I just assume it's because we're in your house. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know. Like,
if you
sorry,
don't think that
there's not,
sometimes, if you don't think sometimes that your own intuitions and your own gut instincts are probably, a spirit nudging you, then you are short-sighted.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
look,
everybody is being a little judgy right now.
I think we need to all mellow out. Does anybody have like some hashish? Like a doobie?
Does that work for you?
It just makes me. It's like muscle memory. It makes me think I'm calming down.
Okay, look. Okay, I'm
We all need like a chill pill, like a good cuddle.
absolutely the fuck not.
Yes.
Listen, it's just I'm trying to wrap my head around all this shit.
I don't know about you all. I'm not peckish by any means, but I'm getting there.
Yeah.
So,
I'm fine. Look,
Are you?
look.
are you?
Are you?
Because
What?
You're angrier than usual.
I mean, he's not wrong.
the amount of threat violence has been at least triple the usual, and it's not even. I'm even factoring in the tower bullshit.
Look, I have a bit of a relationship with the court in Boston. Okay, so I try to stay under the radar and mind my own fucking business.
Oh, wait! No. We all
What?
had a little inquisition to figure out what the fuck was up with me and my issue with the tower. Are you going to say we're not going to find out what the
My issues stay in fucking Boston. They don't come here to Lynn, all right?
if your issues are people, much like mine, they may decide to. So if I had to share with the class, why don't you? This
Right.
seems very much okay.
All right. Fine. Just being fair. Look, all right. You guys know I do like the PI work shit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes people that hire me need me to follow leads that go into Boston. It's a big populous area where a lot of people live and do business.
Mhm.
I never made a point to announce myself at court. I didn't know that was a thing until somewhat recently. So apparently somebody took exception to that on top of just me doing my business and
So they-
da-da-da-da-da.
So they don't know about you in Boston.
I mean, not. I haven't registered for a license to exist, if that's what you mean.
So if that follows you down, we're gonna be just as pissed as like the Tobias douchebag thing, right? We're just gonna be just as
No.
upset, right?
It's fine. Look, it's fine. Look, it's
Is it?
yes. Look, if I get into shit when I'm at work, I just stay out of town until it cools down. I've
Oh,
been
good
gone
for you.
before.
Oh,
Yes.
so easy for you to just hop in the Subaru and leave town. So
Yeah,
so
I designed it that way.
yeah, that's good for you. So
Yes.
good for you.
Which
Yeah,
is why
see,
yes. It's
I
like,
mean,
bruh,
we can keep arguing over this. There are two options. We can either deal with what's going on right now, or me and Alex can jump in the Subaru and we can go off and have a little honeymoon somewhere else.
Rolando,
This is
Rolando, out of
Mhm.
respect for your home and your hospitality, I'm going to ask, can I stab him?
Please.
I mean, he's consenting, so I who am I to
Okay, fine.
stop two
Oh my
consenting
God.
adults?
You did. I should have gone to Gary. I should have gone to fucking Gary. All right, look. We all have our baggage. That's fine. It's fine.
Mhm.
As far as I'm aware, my baggage is not directly impacting us right now. If it becomes a problem, I'll let y'all know.
This is true.
Yeah.
But Tobias has
Is-
direct connections
Yup. And
to
also, why
Chicago.
Is he
I'm
connected
sorry.
to Boston? No, you're fine.
Boston,
honey.
to
You're
Boston,
fine,
I'm sorry.
You're, fine. You're good.
Recon.
I
To
brought
Boston.
up Midwest bullshit. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, hi, editing
I'll
Lou.
make a note.
I edited
It's Chicago now too. No.
And
Oh no,
Mm.
geomancy merging.
okay, and moving on. So Tobias has direct connections to Boston, but yet he has absolute competition with Sasha. And I know for a fact that he and his kind are not necessarily favorable to my kind.
Ah, shit, really?
So, if he shows up, he is going to relish in the fact that the boom, he's just going to get so much from catching any one of us. All of us at once. So,
Right.
I think I do not want to impose, but good, solid, probably idea. We should probably find a place to stay as it is not your house. I understand and have accepted a long time ago that kindred lives will most often die horrible deaths. I'd rather not potentially impact your employees or husband. He's a
Oh.
lovely man.
Oh no, they come and fuck with your shop here, Rolando. I'm gonna break him in half.
Yes, but you
And
don't
what is that
understand
going
is
to
it...
stop them?
Okay, finish your thought. Yes.
That's all I was going to say was,
It's fine.
So
So,
yes,
it's fine. Look,
having
we're gonna... If the Herald's here, doing some shit, I don't know what it is. Hasn't talked to me. I don't know what the fuck he told Sasha. Did he tell you anything, or did you guys just both like have a dick wagging contest and that was it?
he may have told me some things, but mostly what I heard was just him being a piece of shit.
Okay, Sasha, I need you to rub your two brain cells together and tell me what the fuck he said.
Oh, degradation. This will work very good.
I'm going to take you back out behind
Now,
the house.
ST. And do what?
I'm gonna make you regret everything if you don't fucking tell me what the fuck he told you.
Oh, that sounds lovely. ST, also, I'm pretty sure this is actually Sasha didn't pay attention, but didn't he say that the cam were gonna come to inspect this town, I believe?
I would like to have Sasha make a roll
Because it was 8 weeks ago.
because
And Sasha
there
also
was
kind of hated
information
that guy. Wasn't paying
that
attention.
you were given, so I'm gonna see if
Mhm.
Sasha can recall it.
Yep.
I'm gonna
There we
have
go. I'm
Sasha
good with this.
roll
Okay.
an intelligence and awareness.
Okay, that's better. I was like, if it was wits, it would be way better, but
No, because you're really trying to reach right now. You've had a lot.
yeah, I
evening
am because I
happened to you.
fucking hate that guy.
Yeah, you got a
Fuck
lot
this,
going
I'm gonna
on.
blood
The
surge
Gangrel
'cause
is
I
threatening
actively-
violence.
Yeah, the Gangrel
Threatening a good
is threatening
time.
violence.
Threatening, no, threatening a good time. Threatening, no.
As you see it.
Let the record show.
You did have an event
Let
this
the record
evening.
show something he will enjoy.
You do hate Tobias, so I'm gonna make it difficulty 3.
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm also gonna roll the blood surge.
Sure.
Ooh.
Oh,
Alright,
he's
good.
trying. Wow.
Oh snap!
Somebody's putting effort in.
The player understand again. Magic of fun streaming game. I'm actually a decent person outside of this character.
Are you? Are you really?
Yes, I am. Yes, I
Well,
am.
we're about
Yes,
as
I am.
fine.
I am fine. No, it was a success. So adding 3 dice.
You're adding 2 dice.
Oh, 2 dice. Okay, I thought blood
Surge is
surge
2.
was- Okay.
3
No,
is
that's
house
good.
rule
Keep
for
me honest.
specialty.
Oh. okay.
Mm.
Jesus. Just 3. Just fucking 3. God.
I'm trying to
This
not
man-
do violence in Rolando's house out of the sheer respect for this man that I have.
And it's
So-
just gonna give him a boner.
You
It's
know-
just gonna
Fucking
give him a
pushing it.
boner.
You know, Tobias is a prick. However, he did give you 2 pieces of pertinent info. 1, the Camarilla is arriving in about a week. 2, the Queen is coming.
Okay.
And is
It's just like-
requesting an audience.
You know, once I get past the lovely offing and the eyeing and the incest drawl of the British, I believe he said something about the cam coming in a week. Oh yeah, coming in a week because he said queen. He said queen, and my brain stopped functioning. He said something about the queen coming. I didn't know if they had queens. I just started envisioning just large woman.
You both know that Boston's regime is currently resided over by one that likes to refer to themselves as Queen Quentin instead of the prince title.
I also remember my brain registering the fact of why would they only tell me? Wouldn't they attempt to tell the rest of the kindred no doubt? I'm not exactly de facto leader here.
A leader would insinuate that we have
Any
some
power
semblance
structure.
of coterie, and
And even if we did, I'm definitely not that one.
agreed.
What is
I'm not
Rolando
dumb.
feeling right
I
now?
know.
Rolando would be feeling like everything that he's built over the years is at risk. All of it. The business, the people involved, Philip, Katie, Richard, they're all at risk and beyond. Luckily, there isn't there has been no mention of any other folks that would be touchstones to Rolando and what he's trying to accomplish here, and which is basically on the radar, but always playing by the rules, just not drawing any attention, not making any waves.
Alex, what are you feeling after hearing all that?
I am absolutely stressed out, furious. I'm used to operating in a way where I'm convenient and easily forgotten. So being in a position where I might get pinned down into something makes me really nervous. I don't want to stay here, but I've kind of made an obligation, and I'm also just like, I don't want to fucking have them where I'm trying to be, and also just a lot of existential screeching noises in here, and just pissed that there's a lot of wheels of things I don't fucking understand, and it's never been explained to me, and I'm just slapping shit together and just kind of being like, well, I hope I figured the fuck out. I don't know. And I want to fucking smack Sasha, but I can't because he's into it, and I don't know what to do. I've solved a lot of problems with violence, and I'm just So yeah, about there.
So, as all of you take this moment, out of the three of you, the individual with the obsidian eyes that are still up is the only one that sees apparition-esque headlights pass over the front of his shop. And the sound of a metallic item being tossed at the front door can be heard by all as it hits the front porch. However, the only one that can hear the spiritual sound of a echoing vehicle peeling off is our Hecata.
Yeah. At that sound, Alex pulls out her gun and just immediately walks to the door. Just like, mm-mm.
You heard it hit the door, and then an immediate thump onto the porch.
I'm just gonna very carefully open the door and check and just make sure there's like nobody outside before I.
You go to open it, and it gets like a quarter open, and there's something that's pushed up against it. You physically feel like there's something.
Yeah.
It's
Put
not
the gun away.
holding it back. You could still push it if you choose to, but if you choose to push, you feel something start to drag.
Yeah. But we'll put the gun away and we'll step out of the shop just enough to see what the fuck it is.
There is the key that was in the lock, sitting on the porch.
Cool. I'm just gonna pull like a handkerchief out of a pocket and grab the key and shut the door quickly. Oh, Rolando. This comes back. So, I think your ghost friend brought you a thing. He just like hands the key that they're holding with the handkerchief to not touch it.
And it's a physical key.
It is a physical key, however, again, Rolando is the only one that actually heard or saw anything outside of the actual key hitting the door.
Yeah.
And
Right.
the porch.
So this is part of the expensive item. Did they just
Is
come
it?
back to
You look at it, and
throw?
Rolando, it is the same key. Are you picking it up in the handkerchief or physically handling it?
She handed it. She
In a
She grabbed
handkerchief.
it in the handkerchief.
Yep.
She's presenting it to me in, like holding it so she's not touching it.
Mhm.
But Rolando is 100% just like circumventing the handkerchief, and he's just grabbing the key because he wants to feel what this interacted with,
So you're
Other than the
holding
if anything.
the actual item handkerchiefless.
Yes.
That's what
Holding
you're
the
telling
key.
me.
Yes, this is what I'm telling you.
Mhm.
And we take a break.
No, fuck you.
Oh, goddammit. And
No.
end episode. Okay, great.
And the episode ends.
All right, guys. It was a
I
great
need you to roll
don't
me.
forget.
cliffhanger.
I need you to
Um,
roll me a D10.
One single.
One single D10 and tell me what you get. This has nothing to do with attributes, skills, blood dice, just a straight roll.
Okay. So it doesn't have to be a blood die. It
You
doesn't
can
have
choose
to-
a
it
blood
doesn't
die
have
if you
to-
want.
Let's get saucy.
Why would you really?
Let's
Why?
see if it's a hunger die. It's gonna be a hunger die. So. All right.
Spiciest lad.
Hey, it's a blank.
When you touch it, everything seems to fade away in a whisk of shadow and shade. And you get the vantage point of somebody else. You see an office. And all around the actual vantage point of your curved vision, from your point of view, there are tendrils. These you clearly know. You felt these multiple times whenever you've attempted to reach into the oblivion, and a void always has something that leaks out, but this is different. You're getting this through an item, which that's the second thing this evening that you've never experienced. And as the vision becomes more clear, You see several individuals in an office. One is a gentleman, long black hair, little goatee scruff, has a red eye, and is having an argument with a much larger, heavy-set individual with a boonie hat, handlebar mustache, comes up into mutton chops, overweight with cargo pants on. You can't actually hear anything. It sounds like you're almost underwater. Very muffled, very blurbed out. You start to pan around, and the window that's at the back side of the office, if you look up towards the top of it, there seems to be some type of multicolored lighting. And as you peer over, there is an L-shaped light that comes down to a point and up. It seems you're in some type of club. After a couple of moments of this, you feel the sensation of a fist that hits the top of a desk, and everything zooms out again. There you are, standing, holding the key. To the other two, nothing has passed. You're physically holding the key, and then you're just stopping holding it as if you're trying to think of something.
Oh, he just did that. He just
Good.
fully with no
Rolando.
gloves.
Like, do you want it?
Are you asking that of Rolando?
Yeah.
I mean, he had taken it. And
Okay, just
he
being
was
like, are you
holding
sure?
it, like,
Yeah.
and the way I envision it is like, the second he took it from the handkerchief, like that's what happened. Like it didn't take time for him to, like, it was immediate. The second he touched it, it was,
Yeah.
and he comes out of it by saying, "Where was that?"
Where was what? By the way, Alex's hand is open with the handkerchief, just being like, okay, well,
Yeah.
And you're still right there, so
Yeah.
he just drops it, like back to you, if you can catch it. But
Yeah.
like he like releases it, like, oh, where was that?
where was what?
Are you catching it or no?
Yeah, just like in like it's like handkerchief, like open to catch it. So
You catch it.
yeah. What the fuck?
Don't know where I was.
What did you see?
It was somebody presenting the lock and the key to somebody behind a desk.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, okay, I'm sorry. Let's retcon it. I'm sorry. Yeah, what was that? Yeah,
Nothing had to do with the lock and key.
You
in
just
that
saw two people.
vision at all.
two people.
You just saw two people from somebody
Just-
else's vantage point in an office having an argument.
Okay, somebody's POV, but no. Okay, got it.
No lock or key.
Okay. So, I saw two people, and I believe I was seeing through somebody's eyes a man with long dark hair behind a desk, and they were not getting along,
Okay.
and they were in a club.
So there was one individual with long dark hair. What about the other individual?
well, I believe I was seeing through that person's eyes, so I don't know who that person was.
Okay. Nobody familiar to you at all? Nothing about the club seem familiar?
No. And can I roll an awareness to see like what kind of music? What was the audio?
It was
Like it-
underwater. You don't even have to roll. It
was warbly, yeah.
sounded like it was underwater, but there was definitely some type of thumping-esque club tone.
I couldn't tell what the music was. There was definitely something playing, but I think just connecting in that manner, it warps your perception. And although my vision was clear, the sound was not. But I could hear them, and you could tell that they were arguing. In particular, the man behind the desk was angry, and he was very... He was not happy with the outcome of what was being presented to him. Maybe the news he was receiving.
Okay.
I have no idea
So
who those people were,
That's fine.
where I was.
that's okay. That's okay.
It did sound like it was underwater, but then again,
I don't think anyone would expect you to have perfect perception while traveling through a key. So,
I mean, maybe if I held on to it longer, maybe I could get more, but
are you sure you want to be touching the key?
Yeah, I thought we were all upset about the cam stuff and potentially having to go somewhere later tonight. Maybe not touching
What
the key
is-
time.
maybe at this time it's not advisable to...
Bingo.
Okay,
That is
so-
what I'm trying to go with.
Yes.
Do you want somebody else to try touching the key real quick, just for science reasons, or we just put this on a shelf for right now?
Well, I'm happy we got the key back, because if it was going to be used for something, if the lock was going to be used for somebody, well, here's the thing. So the buyer would be expecting to get the lock and the key.
Mm-hmm.
They now are receiving just the key, the lock, they're going to come here looking for
Yeah.
the key.
So, do you want me to take the key?
Probably best in your possession.
Cool. Right on. Yeah. I'm just gonna.
I'm not even gonna jokingly be offended. You said Alex
Yeah.
instead of me. That makes so much more sense.
Yeah, Alex is just gonna like set the handkerchief and the key down on the table and like wrap it more securely and then put it in her pocket. So she's like, it's wrapped up in a handkerchief, secured, it's in my pocket. I'm not touching it. I'm not physically touching it. Just
The cake factory is definitely the easiest way to protect artifacts.
cool. So,
The what?
are you good, man? Do you need a
I-
minute?
What's the plan? What are we doing? Where are we
I-
going?
I had wanted
Quite honestly,
to.
this has been an evening. This has been a lot.
Right. It's been a lot's been going on. So I was gonna ask, would folks be okay with me doing a quick scout around the location where we're supposed to be meeting up, just to make sure the coast is clear, and then we go and talk to the individual we are supposed to meet with? Because if this person is potentially an ally, I would rather have them as an asset before the fucking Camarilla shows up.
Okay, and what if they're not?
Uh,
What if you get a sense
Then
that
we know that there's
they're
an
not-
enemy.
If I get a sense that they're a problem, I'll report back, and we'll make decisions accordingly.
You're gonna wait. Are we going with you and
I-
staying behind, or
I'm
stay
used to
here.
scouting by myself, but if you all want to come along, that's fine. Sasha, if you make any fucking loud noises or bright lights during this, we're gonna have an actual problem.
I think we have
Brighter
actual
than
problems already. But,
normal. I would like to state for the record, the Herald didn't say I'm specifically coming to this town because it's you, and I have such admiration for your art. He just said he was coming.
I know, Sasha. I understand that. That's why I haven't thrown you out of Rolando's house. We're trying to work together.
I could do that myself.
And I just need you to understand we're doing a recon thing. We're doing a little stealth thing, which means I don't need you playing a boombox. I don't need you shaking a fucking spray paint can.
So what you're saying is,
Understood. Also,
what you're saying is that you would like us to stay here, give you some space to do that thing.
You're free kindred. You can do what you want. If you want to assist me, fucking great. If you don't want to, that's fine. I'm just saying, if you're coming with me, I need you to take this seriously, because I understand you don't care about dying, but I do. I've done it once. I would really like to not do it again.
I know it's just coming for me. Also, Rolando, do we want to squash this beef real quick? I understand you're upset. Now, could we say is it me taking a steering wheel for your very squishy, very killable associate is even? I did not have to do that. But I understood that that thing would probably be dead. Want to cause that even?
No.
I didn't have to just save them.
No,
My
you did
ribs
not.
were
But
concave.
on some level,
No. I do want to fix that, but I'm just saying, like, I want to get past this, and I'm asking
Sasha.
if those two
Sasha,
actions can.
I have already told you that I was appreciative of what you did for Richard.
Yeah.
He is squishy, yes.
Yeah.
But you and I know that we have. Okay, he is not your.
No, not my
connection.
responsibility.
No, he is not. But on some level, you have some humanity that you feel beholden to acknowledge and behold, right? So that moment was your decision for helping a mortal survive a situation that was not within his control. So yes, you did a solid. But what you did at the cemetery was not cool at all.
I'm asking to cancel out the wrongs that you have perceived with the positives that I have provided. I'm attempting to. I understand you're upset. I get it. I understand. Death Clan. I'm getting this. I'm just asking as a mediating quality. Because, as you said, we have to work together. We can find a way to get money together to make this better.
Who
I'm
knows?
just trying to squash this.
Maybe Sasha can help around the shop a bit and learn to
Yeah,
be a little bit more respectful.
I'm not disagreeing or saying that's a bad idea, seeing as it's not like I have much of monetary gain. So, like, this is fair. I just want to get past this.
We are together.
Uh-huh.
This is, for lack of a better word, a coterie. We are united in this for the time being. I am willing to accept that you didn't intentionally do what you did. It wasn't. But just understand that spirits don't see things the same way. They do see almost everything that we do as an affront. There's a lot there.
It's fine. I'm not going to assume any of the spiritual culture. I'm not there yet, so I don't know. I'm glad that you are willing to understand. It's not like I literally Kool-Aid man and just went, I want to go through as many graves as possible. I wasn't like trying to Pac-Man that stuff and just clear a wave.
No. I know this. I just wanted to bring it to your attention that if and when we do go back to the cemetery, and this is going to be something that is going to have to happen, is we are going to have to tread lightly, and we're going to have to walk on eggshells, as it were.
Yeah.
We had to run out of that bitch. Why
well,
the fuck?
Look, if we're gonna have to go back to the cemetery,
we're gonna have to go back.
I understand. I'm just gonna ask, can we get like a crash course
Yeah.
on Ghost 101 something?
I will.
I'm sorry, I don't like going into situations blind. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I know that's just
I've watched
bad lab
TV. Do I
material.
just carry salt around and throw it all around me and then run?
Salt is not. Believe me, I will. Our next excursion into the cemetery, I will preface this with all of the etiquette that I know that you need to know in order so that we possibly don't have the same experience, and possibly ensure our survival.
Great.
Safety,
I like surviving.
possibly.
I'm really into the
I make no
surviving.
promises.
Like, it's really nice being.
I mean, do
This
you
is why I
realize that
don't
the
want to go
spirits,
back there.
spirits hold grudges, right? I mean, this is mainly some of their power.
spirits hold grudges, vampires hold grudges.
Yeah.
This is why I'm like, we could just like not. We could just like not go back there.
You were giving me shit a minute ago about like bouncing out of town, so,
but we're
like,
going to have to. I mean, this is plain and simple because I need to learn more because I need to know exactly why they're reacting the way they are.
Okay, so that's
This is not
fine.
normal.
Do you mind if I stay about a good wherever the hell the car stopped away
You know
from there?
that would be perfect if you keep a lookout. Fucking bonzo.
No, I'm good with that. That sounds like a great idea. I mean,
that sounds like a great idea.
everybody's telling me they are pissed at me. This seems like a great idea. I agree with this plan. Because a woman
Cool.
is the smartest one among us.
I am not that bright, bro.
Miss Sasha, I would be more worried. I would be more worried about the spirits being angry at you than myself or Alex
Cool. Now,
That's fine.
or
Sasha,
Tobias.
I'd be exponentially less annoyed with you if you weren't constantly harassing me and would talk to me like I was a real person. But
I talk to you like you are a real person all the time. I'm just trying to fuck you.
anywho,
He's
So he
really
has
trying
his
to fuck
meeting
your
with you
person. Is really
too.
what I think was what he's working towards. I mean,
Yes, Rolando gets this. I am only not sexually harassing Rondo because Rolando is happily married and I respect his relationship.
I think it-
If Rolando, if in our life's way it came to light that Rolando and his husband were in an open relationship, it would be open season on Rolando. He is a lovely man. I would also fuck him too.
Well, I
I
the
didn't
compliment.
realize that I had to be collared to get respect. Now, I am gonna go do a quick circle around the block to go check the location for our meeting to make sure that we're not fucked. So, if you gentlemen will excuse me, you can squash your beef all you want. I trust y'all. I'm out.
There are things that I
Edge,
want to do
just
with my
please.
beef, and it's
Well,
not that.
I appreciate you telling us that you're leaving.
Hmm.
Some others don't do so. So they just leave.
Alex heads out.
Yeah, Alex
I had
heads
some
out.
shit with my person.
And as The two gentlemen continue talking inside, and Alex heads
Oh,
out
wait.
the front porch.
Oh.
Do you have something else?
So, Sasha's
Ro?
staying in.
Yeah, well,
That's fine.
I trust her, but he's going. Once she says it's okay, he will follow her. He just understands and trusts that she's saying she wants to scout first. Sasha's a scrapper. He's definitely going.
Yeah.
Is
Rolando definitely
Rolando
is not,
following in
so-
suit? Oh, okay. So-
Rolando, I mean, as much distance as Sasha is giving Alex, he's giving the same distance between him and Sasha. And as he's leaving, he pulls the door closed. He locks the shop. But before he leaves, he does check the back door, and he locks that as well. Because just checking all the doors, and he does run into that closet / office room to pull that window closed as well, because he realizes that Alex made her egress that way as well. So yeah.
Well, look
So
at you,
everything that he
crossing your
can close on the
T's
first
and
floor is closed.
dotting your lowercase j's.
Yes.
One final question for you, on Kindred. Does Alex still have the key?
It is in her pocket, yes.
Wrapped
It's on the
up in a
cake.
hanky?
Wrapped up in a handkerchief and just firmly secured away in her pocket.
I believe that's a good place to hang it up for this evening, folks.
I'm not
Ah.
worried about that at all.
This has been Lagniappe Gaming. I've been your storyteller, Michael Walsh. Let's go in reverse so we can hear from these wonderful individuals. Let them plug their shit, all that fun, happy stuff.
Hi, I'm James the Lorebot, and I swear I'm actually not this sexual in real life. I have been playing Sasha Lupin. His pronouns are definitely he, they, well, he, him. Mine are they, them. You can find me on twitter.com at Shaggy Fury. You can also find me a part of the Blank Bodies. We are a V5 World of Darkness spooky stuff podcast. We talk all things spooky and kooky.
Yes. Hello, I am Sarah. I've been playing Alexis. It's fine. I am
Everything's
also
fine.
just fucking the spiciest owl.
Ooh, the
fucking-
owl.
I am a host and writer for Blake Bodies Podcast. We talk mechanics, lore, how to write games in ways that are like cool with consent, even if you're covering spicy topics. That kind of thing. And I also exist on the internet as Cypressumka on Twitter, Instagram. I've been doing cosplay stuff on TikTok if that's something you're interested in. I'm also a non-binary, so any pronoun, dude, throw it at me. Bring it on.
I am and will continue being Lou Martinez, and I have played, and my pronouns are he, him, and I played Rolando, the Stresscata, in this episode. He,
I like that.
so if you want to watch
Hashtag stress
or see
kata.
any of my other shenanigans on Monday, I play a PF2E homebrew game with Elderworm Studios. And if you want to follow me on the socials, you can do so at Lou Martinez on Twitter and at Mescal_Martinez on the Instas. And and I also we have other games here at Lagniappe Gaming. You can catch us all in another game called Blood and Jazz. And to you, Mike.
Thank you, Senor. I have been your storyteller, Michael Walsh. And yes, you can all find all of us on Lagniappe for Blood and Jazz, one-shots, creative endeavors, big and small. I can't say enough about these wonderful people. I will go meta for a couple seconds. We haven't gotten to play this game in a couple of weeks. I have heavily missed it. I've heavily missed all of you. It's been fantastic. I appreciate
Oh yeah,
all
no,
of
that
you.
was that was definitely role play and honesty of just like it's been like 8 weeks and Sasha definitely wasn't paying attention to
World is on
Tobias.
fire.
I was like
This
he
is
Still
probably
loved it
said
all.
something.
fire.
Still loved it all. So
We're gonna get so fucked.
nah, you'll be fine. I mean, I'll be fine.
It'll
I'm
be
up here.
fine.
Anything below this line's gonna get fucked. I know this one over here is trying to fuck everything. With that, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Can't wait to see you next time for another episode of Shadows over Salem. Night, everybody.